Court has modified its earlier directive on stray dogs in the Delhi NCR. A bench of justices today clarified that stray dogs can now be released back into their original habitats after being dewormed and vaccinated. Now, the court has put a hold on its previous order that mandated the confinement of all the stray dogs in shelters and prohibited their release. However, it made it clear that dogs are showing aggressive behavior or infected with rabies will not be released into the public spaces. My colleague from NDTV, Nupur, is now bringing us more details on this story.
Well, first of all, the Supreme Court has for now stayed the earlier directions pertaining to relocation of dogs. That is, the Delhi NCR dogs can now roam freely for now on the streets. Secondly, the Supreme Court has for now said that ABC rules should be complied with till the time a national policy is framed in that regard, and thus it has in fact issued notices to union territories and states seeking their response on how to go forward with a combined uniform national policy on as to how the menace of stray dogs, increasing stray dogs or dog bites should be dealt with by the authorities. Thirdly, the Supreme Court has also stayed this direction, which was earlier, in fact, passed by the two-judge bench of the top court, which had caused massive furor and protest by dog lovers. The Supreme Court has now said that the ABC rule, which mandates that you need to pick up stray dogs, sterilize them and vaccinate them, and cannot relocate them, but have to leave them back to their original places where they were picked up from.
Right. And now, while the court now says that sterilized and vaccinated dogs can be released back into their original localities, lingering questions still remain. How will the authorities ensure that all dogs are vaccinated? How will they relocate the dogs to original areas? Let's go over to my colleague Arushi for more on this. Arushi, over to you.
Right. So on August 11, the Supreme Court mandated rounding up all stray dogs across Delhi NCR and placing them permanently in shelters. Now, no provision was made for returning sterilized and vaccinated dogs to the streets. Now, shelter infrastructure had to be created and strict action threatened for non-compliance. After widespread protests and opposition to this ruling, exactly after 10 days, the Supreme Court reversed its stance. Strays will now be sterilized, vaccinated and released unless aggressive or rabid. But there are a few questions that arise looking at the order. Let's take a look at them. Point number one is that sterilization and vaccination are key to controlling the stray dog population. But in large cities as Delhi NCR, logistics and follow-up remain challenging. So number one question is that how municipal bodies will sterilize and tag dogs while keeping a record to make sure that no dog is missed or treated repeatedly. Point number two is that the order mandates releasing sterilized dogs back to their original localities to maintain ecological balance and avoid territorial conflicts among other dogs. However,